Yeah, dude, tuck it in the waistband. It hides it and it feels awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Turf Today podcast, presented by True Turf, Rolling Perfection. I am your host, Adam Kershane, and joined by my buddy, as always, Mr. Trevor Larson. And today, we are back. We missed you guys. Well, we're here, episode 20, bringing you Richar Johnstone, all the way from the UK, Scotland, to be exact. He was just at the Open, and this man is also number 3 on our list of Master Greenkeepers that have joined the show. So, pumped to get this one out to you guys. Sorry we missed a week. Let's head on down to California and talk to our man. It's been a while.
Yeah, I have not stopped working literally any day since.
Yeah.
I'm
You look,
fucking happy.
Look a little dehydrated. Lost a couple LBs.
Yeah, I'm not fucking happy right now.
That's that time of the year, eh? You guys been having some issues on the course?
More issues than I care to talk about.
No, it's okay. We can move on from that.
Oh,
Leave that one for another day. Anything positive going on right now?
nope.
Did you get to watch the Open?
Nope.
No.
Literally nothing positive. Not one fucking thing.
No. You must be
Nope.
excited to do the show. Talk to your fans, your audience. He just smiles. Oh, that's good. Well, we're happy you're here, bud. Happy you could take an hour or two out of your day or your week to join us, and hopefully we get some laughs.
Oh, we'll get in the swing of things. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I know
This
people
is,
don't like it when I'm pissy, but too fucking bad.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll take Trev any way we can get him. This is an exciting one, though, getting to talk to somebody who was just at the Open Championship. And again, another overseas guest, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think he's going to be an interesting guy. Another Master Greenkeeper, our third Master Greenkeeper, 20 episodes in. We should have spread them out a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, why not just have all of them be masters?
Yeah, they could be. I mean,
There's not that
eventually,
many,
right?
so
Yeah.
no, it is cool. I need to open the email. I haven't even had time to do that.
Did you get any questions on the podcast page
Yeah.
today?
Yeah, there was a few.
Nice.
People are stoked to be back. There was a couple of people, I don't want to say upset, but a couple of people upset
Mm-hmm.
about missing last week. But there was one comment that I wanted to shout out from it because we know him, we love him, and he fully gets it. It is from Rob Dog. He says, we've reached peak season, everyone. Just hanging on till September. And he's right. Groundskeeper Miller goes, oh, damn, I was looking forward to tomorrow, which is pretty cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a lot of support. There really wasn't anyone upset about it. How about fucking Mark and his just explosion on the podcast page?
Yeah. Yeah, he had a lot of definitely he has a lot of fans, right? So I'm sure he's got a lot of people that got into that one, but he's a character, so people like that kind of stuff. He was very real. He was very raw, talked about his own life and stuff he's been through and everything, didn't hold back. I think that's great.
Yeah, no.
Plus he's a funny guy, so that helps too, right?
Yeah, it is rare to find a funny Canadian, I guess.
Yeah, they're few and far between, right, bud?
Out in the vast
I did have a few
wilderness.
people reach out to us saying they want more Mark. So we'll definitely have to get him back at some point. Maybe he's going to work another event this year. You never know. Seems like he's all over the place. So be good to get him on.
Well, if you guys want more Mark, you can message him yourself.
Yeah. He's big on threads right now. So get on there.
I've already deleted that shit. It's so stupid. I had one for a hot second and was like, this is dumb.
So all of your stuff can transfer over, right? So you're automatically following people you follow on Instagram.
Yeah, but your posts don't go over nothing. It's literally Twitter, just not blue.
So if we have 73,000 followers on Turf Today, how many do you think went over to Threads?
I don't know.
3,500. That's a small percentage.
Yeah, it's because it's a stupid version of something that's already stupid, which is Twitter.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's awful. I guess so they had those giant numbers the first few days. They've already lost like well over half that. Like,
Yeah. Well, it didn't seem to be too much engagement.
no, because it's stupid. It's awful. Like it's you're gonna go post something to Twitter for whatever reason, then you have to go post it there. And then you gotta like you can't your posts from Instagram don't go directly to it.
Right.
So like it's just you're adding one more thing to post to that no one gives a shit about because it's a wannabe Twitter.
Hmm. Man, it's
Did you
getting a
see
little out of
that
hand.
Zuckerberg and Musk
Are they
are
gonna
like
fight?
setting up a fight?
That's
Yeah.
so,
I've
that's so
never
funny. Just for
paid
the money? Like they don't need the
I
money, but
no, the last thing either one of those two fucks need is money. That's I you know what though? Like I've never paid for a fight like a pay-per-view. I'm if it was like $20, I think I would pay to watch that.
I think
Like
everybody in the world's gonna want to watch that. Or maybe everybody
although
in North America. Like that's a big one.
what I've all I mean, no, it's worldwide for sure.
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
With Musk being, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, Facebook's worldwide. Twitter's
Hmm.
it's yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, I think yeah, your most viewership's probably coming from North America, but that would be hilarious.
It would, I mean, it's gonna be hilarious. And they're both gonna train, and I hope there's like some beef videos going on before and like a weigh-in and all that kind of stuff.
Have you ever heard Zuckerberg talk?
No, no, I
That
always
dude
think
looks
about
like he's had his lunch money taken from him every single day of his life.
I always think about the social network movie when I think of
Such a good
Zuckerberg.
movie.
Yeah, I forget the actor's name, but did a
He
great
played in
job.
30 seconds or 30 minutes or less too,
Hmm.
which was a
Yep.
fucking funny movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was really good. Justin Timberlake was in that too.
Hmm. And he's not working out at all. Like if he
I
wants to
don't know.
fight, must be some personal training going on at some point.
He's probably building like a different body and he's going to put his head on it. And it's like a RoboCop. Like he's
Yeah.
going to be turned into like Bender from Futurama or something.
Jesus. All right. Well, back on the golf course.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I did have one somebody sent us in today, Snyder J. They just said that
It's
every
a
time
new
I'm
one.
listening to you guys, every time I'm listening to you guys about food, I have about two or three fairways left. Hashtag Muffin Man.
Good. The Muffin Man
So
attacks.
we're making people hungry.
I like that. That's funny. That's I like that. That's becoming a running theme.
Well, you got to
Uh,
eat on the course. I talk to too many guys that say they just never get a chance to eat, or I didn't get to eat, or whatever. Like you got to bring snacks. Our schedules are so different than a regular, meal schedule throughout the day. So you got to keep yourself
you're on a mower that doesn't have something like where you're going to keep your snacks. Are you going to keep them in your pockets and they're just going to melt? Like
maybe.
it's not snack time a year.
No,
Like
you
at
got to
least it's
plan them
not
out.
easy. It's not easy snack time a year.
Yeah, you can't be driving around with yogurt cups in your pockets and stuff like that, right? You gotta. I think that's why
Dude,
the Cliff Bar makes so much sense.
Cliff bars are solid. Speaking of yogurt, have I told the pudding cup story?
You're about to tell it right now.
I, I don't know if I've told it here. Sorry if I have, but whatever. Um, I don't remember. I think it was some kind of tournament or practice for a tournament. I was playing with my buddy, and he pulls his club out, and there was like white shit on his grip. And I was like, he's like, what the fuck? Like, he pulled it out of his bag. I was like, oh, maybe like sunscreen or something got down. He's like, oh, that's weird. And he wiped it off. Like later, it happened again. He's like, what the fuck is going on here? And so he gets his bag. He rips all of his clubs out. He's fucking pissed. Dunks his clubs out, and it's a fucking pudding cup in the bottom of his bag
Oh no.
that, that he punctured with the clubs somehow. And so there's pudding all over his shit and the inside of his bag and everything. And he was so fucking mad. And it sounds like a terrible story, not funny because I just don't have enough energy to fucking tell a story. But long story short, I was like that if you had someone who like you knew was getting a new bag, that'd
What
be
a
a really
play.
fucking prank. That'd be so funny. Just
Oh,
putting
you
cup someone. If
you
now if it's
never
your
know
boy
what's
with
gonna
a new
happen.
I would be pissed if someone did it to me. Like if I wasn't getting a new bag or something, like, oh man, I just ordered a new bag and fucking jacked. Like, okay, yeah, it's funny because you're not gonna hurt the golf clubs putting on it. You know what
No.
I mean? But like you're gonna fuck that bag up.
So
And
what about like the beginning of a golf trip? You throw it in somebody's bag and it's just like a ticking time
no, you
bomb, and
don't
you're just waiting for it to go off.
I don't know, maybe after the first round, because you don't want to start a golf trip off bad.
No, I guess
You don't
not.
want to start it off with a negative,
Yeah.
with some bad juju. You know, maybe after the first round.
Yeah. If you're low on the leaderboard, start throwing cups out there.
You just got cupped.
Yeah.
I'd be so pissed.
You got to go with the vanilla too, eh?
I think I would have to go chocolate just because it's not going to be as visible.
Mm.
But that's because I'm diabolical.
All right. I'm stopping this thing for a second. And you know why? We're here to talk about True Turf, some of the best rollers on the absolute planet. And you know what it's really good for too? I don't know if anybody out there top dresses. I mean, it's a cultural practice in the golf course, but top dressing and rolling actually go hand in hand. Give yourself a nice little top dress after a mow. Go out there, wait till that sand is dry, maybe even a light little brush, and then that roller goes on it. That is perfection. When they talk about that rolling perfection, because you're doing what you need to do to get that green at sand, you're also giving that playing surface, that smooth playing surface to the golfer, which everybody loves. We love True Turf. We hope you do too.
Grant Streeb. I don't know. Are you ever going to have any MLB grounds crewmen on the show? Maybe even spring training?
Wow. It's a great question. I mean, we've mainly done golf stuff, but branching out into other sports it's a cool idea.
I am good buddies with someone who runs a stadium down here in this area that has several different sports concerts, things like that. We can get him,
That would be cool. Yeah. Not
you
just
know,
golf related, but having to do turf in a different aspect or in a different
dude.
way. Yeah.
Some of the shit he tells me they got to do is like, I don't envy that. It's a lot of sod.
Well, because they can't spray, right? Like on a baseball
Yeah, you
field, can
can.
you spray? Yeah. Oh, you're
Yeah.
in the States, right? It doesn't really matter. It's wide open.
Okay. In some states, not California, but
Some
yeah, no, you
states.
can. You can spray any turf thing. There's rules and shit for every different thing.
Yeah.
If you're on a school, it's a different story. If it's just a ball field on its own, you pretty much have free reign like a golf course. Not free
Nice.
reign, you free reign within the laws of California or whatever state. So no, you can do it. It really depends on where it's at.
Nice.
But as for the question, are we ever going to? Yeah, I think at some point we will.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We should branch off into all that different type of stuff. I know we have a couple guests lined up that are ready to tell some pretty cool stories about different sports. So I know there's something about the Super Bowl and maybe potentially something about
Don't want to
the
talk about the
MLB.
Super
So
Bowl. Don't bring up the Super Bowl.
I don't know if it was this year's Super Bowl, but
I hope not.
something that
It
happened with
actually, I
the
kind of hope
grass.
it is because that field was dog shit for the Super Bowl.
Maybe that's what we're getting into. But
And that's not, I'm not blaming the Eagles' loss on the field. It was 100% the defensive coordinator who's now the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, and he's fucking gone. Thank God.
it wasn't the field, it was this one guy.
Dude, watch the game. Zero defensive adjustment.
Mm,
Zero. If they would have
yeah.
adjusted the defense just a little bit, we would have fucking won.
He's not
You have
sour
more?
about it or anything.
No, I mean, it's like I'm a warhead about it.
Hmm.
You know, I'm sour at first, and then I just come to the realization that we got beat. So what?
Yeah. Made it to the Super Bowl, which is
I
good.
don't. No, never celebrate a fucking second
You
place
can't.
trophy.
No.
No, no.
I mean, making it there
In
is pretty
golf,
big for the
in
organization.
golf, in golf, you can. In golf, you can definitely celebrate a second or a top 10.
Hmm.
No, you don't celebrate seconds in any other sport.
Well, they still got the NFC Championship, right?
First fucking loser. That's all that thing is.
First loser,
Yeah, you're the first fucking loser. Yeah.
the old silver medal.
Ugh, lame. Okay.
So-
Colin goes, do you guys have any nicknames for New Yorkers? Subtext to that is Colin and I have been like voice talking all week about shit, and somehow East Coasters came up, and
Mhm.
he's not a fan of New York.
He doesn't like New York, like New York
No.
City or New York.
Well, being that he's
Everything about it.
Australian, and I don't believe he's been to the States, I'm going to heavily assume New York City because no one ever thinks of the state of New York when you're talking about New York.
You're right.
I shouldn't say no one. 99.999, maybe 6% of people don't think of like upstate New York or Syracuse or Buffalo or anything. It's always New York City.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah. I don't have, they're called, I don't know. They're people who live in New York.
Yeah, New Yorkers. Like I don't know. There was that whole thing about them being fugazis. I know some of
Fuck
the
is
New
a
York, well, in like
fugazi?
the playoffs, they were calling the New York Rangers fans the fugazis.
Oh, you're
Uh,
talking hockey. That's why I
That's
don't
just like
know.
a hockey term. I think it's an Italian term. There's a lot of Italians down there, a lot of, New York style pizza and all that kind of stuff. So
You
I
see that
apologize if
they're,
that's a offensive term or not, but New Yorkers,
you're calling
state like
yourself
New
it,
York,
it's not offensive. Um,
what a fugazi. I think it's
Yeah.
just a fun word, right?
You see that they're trying to get rid of coal fire ovens at the pizzerias in New York now.
Coal fire ovens.
Yeah, the shit that makes their pizza
Like
fucking
yeah.
amazing.
So they're
Yeah,
just
they're
what
trying to ban them.
they want to
Like
go
there's
all wood.
there's no, they don't want to go wood at all. They want to get rid of all that
They
because
want to
they
go all
think it's
electric.
going to global warming.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Leave the pizza alone, guys.
Hmm.
They didn't do anything to
Leave
you.
everything alone. You know how much carbon emission China puts out? They put out like two times as much as the entire United States. If you guys want to bitch about it, go fucking talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Leave my car alone. Leave the pizza alone. Shut the
Leave
fuck
the
up.
pizza alone.
Stop gluing yourself to shit and blocking traffic.
Yeah, well, they're mining for lithium too. So like, if that's not
Oh
hurting the
my
environment to
God.
try
That
and
is
change
the
all the,
funniest and most ironic thing ever. Is these people who are like, EVs will save the planet. Like, you have no fucking clue how gnarly it is to make one of those batteries.
and where it's going after it's done.
How many diesel fucking motors are humming 24/7 to get that precious lithium for your fucking battery? Yeah, that's a whole can of worms that I find really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the irony is just tasty.
It is. It's just tasty.
This is a quick one. Camden Wellman. What does your verticut schedule look like, and how many times do you roll weekly?
Oh, you're the verticut guy. So what do you think about the verticut?
I like a verticut. Right now, it's just too hot for me to do it. I'm very scared to do it. I have a lot of issues and a lot of turf loss, so I'm not doing it right now. Regular time year, I'd like to verticut every other week. And
Yeah.
then if I had a roller, I'd roll at least every other day,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, but I
So
think we're, 4 or 5 times a week if we can be,
yeah,
especially on big days. You have ladies' day or men's day. It's good to
yeah.
do them weekends.
You're talking
But
about rolling.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we don't actually verticut. Our greens don't need it. We punch twice a year, which is
You
good.
guys have bent grass?
Bent and pola. So
Oh, yeah. You
yeah, that
should
thatch
verticut
layer
at some
just
point, but
yeah, that's probably
but
not a bad
it's
idea.
different climate. You guys don't have you guys. I mean, you guys spray a shit ton of growth regulator, so
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
I just started it.
Did you?
I'm not
Nice.
happy, but yeah,
No,
no.
that's something. Something you definitely got to play with, right? It's not just gonna work right
Dude,
away.
I've got so many issues right now. I've lost the back half of one green. One green just got a insane amount of pythium out of nowhere. It's purple. I'm gonna lose
Yet.
probably 60% of that green.
Mm-hmm. The Pythium
And
comes, it's so hot, and so
dude,
fast, eh?
so the tower went off the satellite, so it wasn't running program, and it was dry for one night. And I looked at it in the morning, and it looked like it was scalp from the mowers and having all the thatch puff up. And so I was like, okay. We went and top dressed it by hand, just a spot dress because it wasn't a lot. And then put a bunch of water on it because we watered in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
And then figuring it's still on program, it sat overnight, and I got there in the morning and it was fucking purple. Just giant spots of it. My footprints were in it. The fucking
Yeah.
cart track was in it, dude. I got to show you the picture of the fucking cart track. It's perfect. It looks like you ran over burgundy paint with that fucking cart tire and drove on the green.
Wow.
It's insane. I've never seen anything like this.
And just so fast, just exploded.
Overnight, poof,
Yeah.
dude. It's insane. And so the only thing I have right now is Brisquet. So he sprayed that today and put down, and it was dry. Like I cut open the green, just like a little soil sample, and it was fucking dry. So put on like a string of micros down one end, and I have just individual tick sprinklers, and threw those down for I don't know, like 6 or 7 hours. And then luckily I got that satellite thing figured out today, but it's just like it was a fucking it's fucked. And it's the one green. It's nuts.
Yeah, the old start of the course, eh? Which can be tough. And our interview today is brought to you by Target's Specialty Products, and more specifically, Turf Fuel. And even more specifically, when it comes to their fertilizer, Quick Green is one of their best jugs. It's a 1420, so as we've said before, it's a high phosphate biostimulant fertilizer. It's great for stuff like new establishment, after an aeration, spring green up, even for winter damage recovery. All that kind of stuff, it's great. So get yourself that Quick Green, put that turf fuel on your golf course. So yeah, hit these guys up on Instagram at Target Specialty Products. There he is, Richard.
Hello.
We're really happy to have you today. This is an exciting one, especially after taking a week off. Everybody's pumped to have us back here, so we're happy to have you here with us.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Right on. So, and Trev's just getting into his emails right now. He's had a busy week there. For
Busy 3 weeks.
we don't do this enough, Trev, but for anybody that wants to follow our guest today on Instagram, it's Richard_Johnstone_. So that's a great account to follow. He's got a lot of cool information there, and definitely get into that. And if you want to follow him on there before listening and maybe check out a few of the posts while you're listening, hey, learn about his life and his career. So yeah. Anyways, back to the interview. Richard, where are we talking to you from today?
So I'm from Nairn in Scotland, the Scottish Highlands.
The Scottish Highlands. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
So yeah, I'm the golf course manager at Nairn Dunbar. Been there 22 and a bit years.
22. So that's actually where you started, or did you start at another course and then move over there?
Yeah, no, I started out there, spent my whole career at Nairn Dunbar, worked my way up
Wow.
No way.
from young apprentice greenkeeper to golf course manager, which I've been for 7 years now. Yeah, it's been a really exciting journey, which I've
It's obviously a great club to be a part of if you're going to stay there for that long.
I certainly
absolutely,
hope
yes.
so.
Yeah, it's yeah, Championship Links golf course
Right.
situated in the Murray Firth near Inverness in the north of Scotland. So
Must just be beautiful.
yeah, it's a good club, good members.
Hmm. So obviously you weren't the superintendent right away or the golf course manager right away. So what was your first job there?
Yeah, so apprentice greenkeeper. So yeah, as a young lad from school, a
Okay.
position became available, and yeah, I was in there at 17 years old.
Got right into it. That's so cool.
Yeah, straight in there from school.
Yeah.
Attended college, block release, so worked and attended college at the same time.
Okay.
Uh, so the college was Elmwood College in Fife in Cooper. Many of the Scottish guys, even overseas guys, will know that the name Elmwood College. It's yeah, well and out within the industry. So
Is it like just a turf college, or does it have turf classes and it's just like a regular college?
yeah, so it's just yeah, it's a regular college. So there's many classes within that college, but the turf part of that is a big part of that. It's well known for being a turf college. Yeah,
Wow. So you're doing that and working at the same time. So you're a pretty busy guy at that time.
yeah, absolutely. It's so block release. So 7 weeks a year, I think I spent for 4 years attending college. Then as you gradually work up, you sort of take on online classes, so you don't need to attend the actual college so much. So
Okay.
yeah, it's been enjoyable, and yeah, I like continuing to learn. That's one thing about me. I'm always looking to take on a new challenge and keep on increasing your knowledge and your skills. So yeah, it's something I'm really passionate about.
Yeah, you've definitely taken on a few challenges here. It looks like you did the Players Championship at TPC Sawgrass in 2017, the Ryder Cup in Paris in 2018, and the PGA Championship at Bethpage Black in 19. So that's a pretty hefty resume of some
Yes,
pretty epic
sir.
tournaments. The fact that you get to travel internationally to go and do these is something that I'm extremely jealous of.
Yeah, well, the Players Championship there, that was part of the big delegation. So they're partnered with John Deere, and they send, I think it was 6 delegates from across the UK and Ireland to work at the Players Championship. That was in 2017.
That's great that they do that.
That is
Like that's
Which
such a
was
cool
yeah.
program.
Yeah, you get treated very well and looked after by both the organisations, the British Greenkeepers organisation and John Deere.
Hmm.
They pay for all your flights, your expenses,
Yeah.
and treat you to this great experience once you get over there, working with the superintendent and lots of other volunteers from across the world. So yeah, great experience and lots of networking and sharing ideas from all over the world, and some of which you keep in touch with lots of friends and lots of memories there.
What
Uh,
out of those three, which one was your favorite?
I think the Ryder Cup has been my favourite. Just the atmosphere there in Paris. What a golf course and what an atmosphere.
I have a
Uh,
bad memory sometimes. I don't know if we've had a guest who works or who has worked a Ryder Cup event.
I don't think so. Not a Ryder or President's Cup that I can
Yeah.
think
So
of.
is that a different type of event having to work the golf course or prepare the golf course for an event like that compared to a major or the big tournament?
uh, so for me, although I work on a championship golf course, I've not hosted something of that size. I only have a small team. I work in a team of six, so I only
Oh,
manage another
wow.
five guys. So it's
Oh,
uh, I'm only playing a small part in that Ryder Cup.
Hmm.
I'm only there for 1 week out of the many years these guys are preparing for the event. So it's much bigger than I've
Yeah.
ever prepared for at
Was
my home
was there
course. So
anything there that was there anything there that just blew you away? You were just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
just the whole size of the event, the presentation, what's actually needed to host these events is, the biggest tournament in the world, if not, the biggest sporting event in the world,
Yeah, could
almost.
be.
So it's,
Could be.
outside, maybe the Olympics or something. It's the biggest sporting event, in the world. So
for the Ryder Cup, they're about give a guess about how many staff members and volunteers, like how many people were working grounds for that.
I think there's well over a hundred staff in place there. So kind of has to be as a contingency for bad weather. The time of year, I think it was right at the end of September, October. So you don't know what sort of weather you're going to get there, and they want to get no delays to these sort of events because it's only a short window of 3 days. So yeah, they want to get this played, and if any but inclement weather happens, then yeah, they want that to be able to continue to play the event.
Hmm.
Who won in 2018? I can't remember.
That was Europe. I think they won by a long way.
Ah, shit.
Nice. There you go.
They grew the rough up especially and slowed the greens down.
Oh wow. Well, it's always nice when the home team wins.
Home cooking.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
course, it'd
that's
be
right.
home cooked in France. Oh.
I was going to say just a lot of these events. So moving forward from the Sawgrass, a lot of these events you contact the superintendent. It has to be sort of many years in advance now to get part of the tournament support, part of the agronomy teams. It's so becoming so popular to volunteer at these events. So a lot of it's you pay your own flights, you pay uh, to go to these events out of your own money. A lot of people are taking their own holidays to volunteer and be part of this teams. It means that much to them.
That's amazing. I
Yeah,
think it's
it's
something
definitely
everybody should do, right? Like everybody working turf should at least work one tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great experience, and it's increases your skill set, your knowledge, and as I say, you meet lots of people while you're there.
Hmm.
It's a great networking opportunity, and you meet friends for life, and some people you can rely on if anything's happening at your job, or sharing ideas. If you're struggling with anything, reach out to them. It's a great industry to be in, and there's lots of people out there to share ideas, and just rely on for help. Even if you're struggling, reach out and speak to them. There's lots of people there that will support you.
it is the beautiful thing of our industry. Um, looking at it too, I mean, just kind of cruising down your resume. Um, Master Greenskeeper, number 86 out of 89 in the world of 39,000 golf courses. It's
Wow.
pretty
Good for
pretty
you.
damn cool. How did
Yeah,
that come
that's
about? Yeah.
it's just something I've always wanted to do in my career. It's sort of pinnacle of I've looked up to achieving that ever since I started as a young boy in the industry. I always wanted to be a Master Greenkeeper. I wanted to always be in the top 100. To have achieved that, and it's, as I say, I'm not sure how much it means to everyone in the industry. I know it's a very difficult certification to get through with what they set you have to achieve, and it's a very sort of professional. You need to be a highly skilled professional and knowledgeable person to get through that with what they're asking of you.
Yeah, it's not something that yeah.
There's so many policies, procedures that have to be in place to get through that, and then the exams at the end, 2 3 hour exams, you have to pass.
Got me right there. I'm out.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
it's not something your average Joe can just fall off the trailer and get. Like being a master greenskeeper or a class A superintendent for the one that would be in the States, like, it's no joke. Like people who have that title earned it. And there's no way to fake it till you make it to that. There's no way to kiss ass and get it, silver spoon to you. It just shows how hard you've worked to get there, and that you know your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of sort of knowledge and experience you've built up over the years to get through the certification, and then as I was saying, it's a really is a personal achievement. So it's something I've set a goal of mine over the years that I wanted to achieve that, and it sort of took a year of getting everything into place on site, from health and safety to, of course, getting my team on board, having them. You really need them to have your back to go through the tick sheets and get everything in place ready for 2 master greenkeepers come visit your site and spend the day there going through every single thing from standards of your maintenance facility, your welfare facilities, your health and safety, your policies, your procedures. They go right through the whole lot, grading you out of 5 out of 10 to pass. Make sure each section is passed
Sounds
thoroughly.
like the Men in Black.
Move on to the next. So that's stage 2, and then your stage 3 is your exams. So yeah,
it's busy, and you're working at the same time too. Working full-time
right,
job.
Yeah, so...
Well, yeah, you can't be a master if you can't work and do all that at once, man. Yoda didn't let Luke just slide through being a Jedi.
No, put him through it.
God, that was a nerdy reference.
So you're saying that two master greenkeepers had to come to your course and kind of put you through everything. Is that something that you see yourself doing in the future? Is kind of moving on to the next echelon and being one of those guys?
Yeah, so I have offered my services out there to go and spend time with other course managers who are looking to get through the certification. But there's, as you've seen in the facts there, that there's not many actually take on the certification. So the opportunity's not arose yet, and it depends on which part of the country. If it's an American superintendent who's looking to go through it, they maybe use another 2 Americans to go to their site rather than flying someone over all the way from Scotland to visit their site. It would be nice, but yeah. So there's only been another 3, I think, since me that have passed the certification. So they've maybe used other people within the industry. So the 2 that came to visit my site were Stuart Ferguson and he's West Linton, and David Cole of Loch Lomond. So these 2 visited my site, and then sitting the exam, you have to have someone sitting there watching you for the 3 hours each time sitting the exams. So it was a bit nerve-wracking, considering I've not properly sit exams since sort of school. So it's been a long time since I'd experienced a proper exam.
How close was the guy sitting to you? I feel like that would do it for me.
Did you smell his breath?
Yeah, he wasn't just a couple of feet away. He was at another table, but
That's
He was
good.
keeping a close eye on me. I wasn't having the internet on or cheating in any way. Yeah, so
Nice.
Welcome to your Master's Greenkeeper's exam. There's only one chair in this room, and two of us are sitting. So
it was it was during COVID, I think, as well. So
Oh boy. Oh boy. So how many master greenkeepers would be over in Scotland right now?
I don't think there's actually many. You could probably count them on one hand.
Okay.
In Scotland.
Yeah.
Uh, I say not everyone's still in the industry. There's 86, but it's been going since 1990, I think. So there's probably quite a few Scots in there, but some of them maybe have retired.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Yeah,
so
potentially.
there's, as you
I
say, there's
wonder,
probably not many still actually working in Scotland at the moment.
Hmm.
I wonder what country has the most Master Greenskeepers.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Because
That
we
is
need
a
to
good
go
one.
through, need to go through
well,
that list.
yeah, like I get. Would
Which
a
country
Class
has the
A
most golf courses?
sounds like Finland did?
Right.
No.
What am I saying?
Well, when we say Master Greenskeeper, are we counting class? I don't think we should be counting Class A superintendents in the States because they're two different exams and two different tests, right? Or are
Hmm.
they the same exact thing? I don't know. I think
I
that
don't
they're
know.
two
It's
different things.
yeah, they're maybe asking similar of you, but they're different certifications. So
Right.
Yeah.
that's my actual. I'm a Class A superintendent, but I've not got the American certification yet. So that's my next step to become one of those. There's
Wow, you're gonna go for the double decker.
Yeah.
I did speak to Matt Wharton, and I think he's got both certifications there. And I asked him how many there was in the world that had two. I think he thought there was around about 30.
Wow.
30's a lot more than I was thinking, actually, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I was thinking there
Wait,
was maybe 10.
Hmm.
That's crazy to have
it's becoming more and more popular from your side of the pond there for to do the British certification there. I think it's maybe thought of a bit higher. There's a bit more involved in it.
yeah,
Hmm.
Uh,
I would think so. Not to knock down the
no,
GCSAA
no,
or anything, but
not putting
like
that down at all.
it's no, not you. I was talking what I was just gonna say, but like golf is just so much more prevalent in England, Scotland area. You know, it's the birthplace.
Hmm.
It's from. You guys take a lot more pride in what you do, and so does the nation. So like, yeah, it's got to be a more prestigious program, and it's been a lot. Like, you know, RNA has been around a lot longer. I don't know how much you guys get along with them or do anything with them, but like, you know, it's I would think that's got to be in like a soccer term, like that's, you know, European soccer is way better than USA soccer. So it's like it's
As I say, they're both like
oh, they're
certification
both top tier. Yeah.
highest
Oh
levels
yeah.
of the
Hmm.
industry there. So that's why there's so little of
Oh
each.
yeah.
It's yeah.
Absolutely. But I think that Master Greenskeeper is going to be a couple clicks above Class A in my personal
Well,
opinion.
if you can go out and tell people you're a master compared to, well, I'm a class A, I don't know. It carries a little more weight, doesn't it,
I
Richard?
think yeah, the word mastered will definitely carry more weight
Yeah.
now.
I think you need to ask your next guest maybe or someone from America. Yeah,
From America. Yeah, okay,
what
that's
they
a good
think means
idea.
more. That's maybe something for your next guest.
Next class A we get on here. I would like to know though if we can figure out who's got the most master greenkeepers in what country, because that'd be kind of cool to know.
I think that should be a poll. I think that's going to get up on a poll. We're going to see what everyone
Little
else
poll.
thinks, and then Adam, you can do the research
Yeah.
because
I think I'm not sure. I might look that up myself. Yeah, I know.
yeah, it's a super
I'm pretty
intriguing
sure
question.
the person who's got the most is Lee Strutt. I think he's got the Canadian, the American, the Australian, and the British.
Oh
All
wow.
like the master
What do they
greenkeeper.
call that when you win all four majors?
He's Grand Slam.
He's got the Grand
Yeah,
He's
Slam.
got the Grand
Yeah,
Slam.
that's so
Wow.
cool. So when we actually put the little questions out today on Instagram about you coming on, Graham Roberts reached out and said, "Is your guest Lee Strutt?" And I said, "No, it's Richard Johnstone." He goes, "Okay, great. I can't wait to listen." So,
I
but that's kind of cool how it was
hope he
correlated there.
isn't disappointed.
Yeah. Well, no, we wanted to have you on, Richard. We didn't want to have Lee on. Lee's probably got his own podcast if he's got a freaking
Yeah, he's got the
Grand
Grand
Slam.
Slam of certifications. We're way beneath him.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he's worked very hard, and he's got a few years on me.
Okay. We probably can't
He's a
afford him
little
then, eh?
older.
Well, hit him with some questions, Adam. Let's see.
Well,
Let's
so
test the master.
I got a couple questions for you that came from our audience that is more related to the Open where you just were.
Oh, that
And
wasn't on the list.
what do you mean?
2023 Open on the list that I read.
That's
The
true. That's
Open
true. We
was
got to
not
get
on
that on
there.
the list.
Yeah, I only played a small part in that. I was part of the bigger support team, so it was only match raking, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
Hey, someone's
I
got
would
to do
have
it.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be in part of the agronomy team, but James Wedge already had his team prepared over a year ago, I think, after he got the job there at Hoylake.
He was ready.
I reached out to him, but he'd had his team all set and prepared, yeah, over a year in advance.
Hmm.
And I got a late call up. Actually, wasn't meant to be part of the team, but just a few weeks ago, bigger greenkeeping organisation reached out saying there was an opportunity for me there to be part of the open support match raking. So yeah, I took that up, and it was a great couple of days experiencing that.
In that nasty, filthy weather that happened there.
Yeah,
Man,
Sunday
it
was
looked brutal.
wild.
It was a bit of a mixture there. They had sand clouds and a lot of rain on the final day there. So
And a filthy lefty won it.
yeah, well, a great. I actually was match raking. I was walking with Brian Harmon on day one
Oh
Nice.
wow.
when he played so well. He was 4 under par.
Did you count his waggles?
Yeah, yeah,
I love it. Did you hear his response when he got called out for it? He goes, "Man, you can count the waggles all you want. I'm drinking out of the Clareton jug right now. Suck
yeah,
it." Like,
great response. And
yeah,
actually, he wasn't in a bunker that day at all. I didn't rake a bunker for him, so
Wow. Just a
I'm
gee,
not
spectator.
thanks,
sure when
Brian. Gaw.
Yeah. Come on, let me do my
he
job
was
over here.
only in, I think, 1 or 2 bunkers in total the 4 days.
Jeez,
I
that's how you
mean,
win a tournament, especially at a course like
Yeah,
that with those
absolutely.
bunkers. Holy smokes.
They
yeah.
were
Those
certainly
things.
penal for the golfers. That's what they wanted to cost them. They're meant to be a hazard, so it costed them a shot. They had to come out sideways or backwards.
Yeah.
Man, didn't someone putt out of one, or was that just during the practice
I think it was
round?
Tony. He putted it like
Yeah, he
2
just
feet.
putted it backwards like 4 or 5 feet. Yeah, man,
You got to do what you got to do, right?
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the play wasn't insane, just the bunkers. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they certainly made them, because there's only, I think, 82 bunkers on the course there. They flat raked them, so rather than having a bowl up the face, making it easy for these the best golfers in the world to come out of, they made it a proper hazard for them. So
Wow.
they were getting stuck round about the revetted edges and making it really difficult for them.
That's cool. Cool little tidbit
Well,
there from the Open.
you got to work Bethpage Black as well. That's known. It's got a warning sign. Is that course as gnarly as they say it is, like being on the ground?
It was, yeah, it was great to see that, and it was an experience to work there with Andrew, the superintendent, and hopefully I'll be invited back because they've got the Ryder Cup.
Ooh.
Wow.
If you need 2 extra spots, there's two
225.
folks right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was what a golf course. Yeah, yeah. Just the length, and then the rough. The rough was so juicy. That I think there was a lot of rainfall in May there. 2019, there was, yeah. It made it very, very difficult if they missed the fairways for the players. That's why Koepka won it that week, because
Mr.
he could hit the ball
Consistent.
so far. He was hitting, had the ability to hit short irons out of the rough, whereas the shorter hitters that went in the rough, they couldn't get to the greens.
Right.
There was such a having to get, it was impossible for them to get a longer iron to the bottom of the ball and get it out of the rough.
Well, you're talking
So
a little earlier about getting close to pins. Something about a closest pin competition at Sawgrass.
yeah, so it's 217 there as part of the agronomy team. The day after the tournament, they let you play a nearest the pin contest. on the Monday morning. So they leave the pins as they were for the professionals,
Oh,
and the front right pin at Sawgrass over the little bunker. So you get to play that the whole of the tournament support team from the week get to play that early Monday morning before the sponsors and the people get to play the course the next day. So
how many balls went in the water from that group?
so you got two you got two shots each. So my first ball flew straight into the water, I think a 9-iron, and then my next shot, pitch and wedge went to about 3 foot. So
Oh
Hey,
boy.
second ball all state. All right.
what was funny about that, we were out sort of all night because it's the first time you get to relax. So the Sunday you're working sort of all week there, and you're spending long hours in the course, so you don't get a chance to maybe go for a beer after the game. So the Sunday you can sort of relax after your morning setup. So we spent most of Sunday drinking behind the 17th green.
Nice.
Ended up in a bar out in Jacksonville, and getting home in the middle of the morning there. You're away to the golf course at 5 in the morning, so there's hardly any sleep.
How's the Scotsman hang in
Yeah,
Florida?
might have still been drunk at that time. There wouldn't have been a hangover yet. Yeah, and that was last to go out of 60,
that's
70
good.
people. I was the last person to go, so I knew what I had to do to beat them, and it was a great experience. The video is actually online. I think it's on YouTube there. So
Oh, so you I mean 3 feet should be closest. So you actually got closest to the pin.
I ended up winning nearest the pin, and you get to keep the flag. So I have that framed.
Nice.
That's
That
sick.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 17th flag is framed.
Did you have
A great
anyone sign
item
it
to
or
have.
anything, or is it just pure flag?
There's the flag and three photos underneath,
Oh,
just
cool.
with the description of the tournament, and a couple of photos underneath in the flag. I do that with most tournaments I go to and work at. Get a flag,
Yeah,
get it
cool.
signed by some of the professionals, and
Hmm.
frame it.
Well, I don't
Great.
think any of them are going to be as special as that flag. That's probably one of the
That's
coolest flag stories I've ever heard.
that's a keeper.
Absolutely, it was great, and I'll never forget that moment as well. And it's on film. It's good.
I'm only going to dog you a little bit on it that it was your second shot though. So really
Okay.
cool, great
Ooh,
bogey,
great
awesome,
five.
good job.
Great four.
I'll take that.
That's good.
That's killer though. That's unbelievable.
You're
Did you
relying on what other people are hitting. That's you're going by the yardage, but I'm forgetting I'm in America. The ball goes a lot further, so I had to drop down a club.
There you go. Got to get something in there.
So why don't we jump back to the open here? Because I have two good ones from our listeners, two of our, I would say, full-time guys. Colin asks, what is the age limit? What is
Our
the age
staff
limit?
members. Sorry, go.
What is the age limit on working overseas in your country or region? I don't know.
I don't think there is an age limit, but if you're
I
willing,
think I think he's meaning what's the youngest? Like when can you start working?
Maybe,
That
yeah.
would be
This
my
is
guess.
from
when can you
Australia.
start work? I suppose. Yeah, as soon as you're in the industry, if you're an apprentice greenkeeper or a qualified greenkeeper, and you're skilled enough to be part of that event, I
Mhm.
mean,
Get them in there.
as an apprentice greenkeeper, yeah, one of probably the first jobs in the golf course you probably get is raking bunkers. So part of the open support team, you have the ability to do that. And I know James Wedge, the golf course manager there, the links superintendent at Hoylake, he ran a competition to work as part of his team for the week. So he
That's kind of
picked
cool.
two or three apprentices to join him.
That's
Uh,
awesome. Heck yeah, you got to earn it.
Mhm.
what an experience for these young guys to be part of that,
That's life-changing. That's so cool.
especially so early on in their career. They'll never forget something like that,
Hmm.
to be
Only
given that
up from there.
opportunity.
Yeah, and the
Absolutely.
Open's only close to what is it? It's not every 4 years. It's every year, but it's bounces around, huh?
Yeah, so it's up in Scotland next year. It's Royal Troon.
Oh, it's
Good
at
for
Royal
me.
Troon. All right.
Yeah, next year. So and then I think it goes back to Ireland again after that. Uh,
Fun.
yeah, so it moves about a bit. Yeah,
You send some emails.
Yeah, get on
you might
that.
be a bit late. It's normal.
Yeah,
It might
geez.
be full. It's one
All
to
right.
probably two
Well,
years in advance nowadays.
I got
It's
to
Oh
shoot for
yeah.
Ireland then.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I think the Masters is even longer than that. I've been in the holding pen there almost. I think it's 5 years. The holding pen they call it the waiting list.
Hmm.
Yeah,
For to
five.
work the Masters like Augusta.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I think it's one out, one in, and
Wow.
I'm sitting on that list.
Just waiting that guy out.
Well, the funny
It's
thing is
coming.
they just did the draft like not the lottery for the tickets, and I'm eight straight years of no tickets. So I
Maybe
feel I
next
feel I
year.
feel your pain.
Oh, the year after it's so 225 you're waiting on now, is it?
No, it'd be next year's. Yeah, I guess it would be 2025. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
next year. Yeah.
it's
Yep.
coming up.
We gotta wait. It's okay. It is what it is.
So from Dave, the guy who answers our voice
Voice talk,
messages,
Dave.
VTD, biggest takeaway for Richard, that will stick with him from the Open. There's something that they'll never forget.
Just the size of the event and the experience there. It's something I've always wanted to do as a greenkeeper. When you're starting out, you always want to be, say, the superintendent of the Open Championship. Looking and following James Ledge on social media, and yeah, it's something I always dream of being a superintendent on a links venue, an open venue
Hmm.
in the future, and yeah, just the size of the event, what it means to people. I'm not sure if it's the same in America if they feel the Open is number one out of the majors or not, but certainly here in Scotland, yeah, that's the thought that that's the big one of the majors. So
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I was saying earlier. How you guys care so much more about it than like the mass majority of people here. Like you can hear it in your voice that like it means something way more to you guys there than majority of the folks over here. There's people like myself and I know others that it means just as much like that, but like as a whole, it's so much more meaningful over there. And I think that's really awesome that you get to be a part of it and you get to continue to be a part of it. And
yeah, it's just
I
what it
want to
actually
do
takes to host this event, following James and knowing him as a friend. Just what actually the sacrifices that have to be made by him and his team to host this worldwide this major event, the biggest golf tournament in the world. It's yeah, a lot of planning, a lot of organization, a lot of sacrifices that have to be done to host that event, and it's just one part. How does a team play for a long series of people and organizations to actually put this together,
Hmm.
this tournament together?
Well, it's really good to get a taste of it, right, Richard? You're going to be doing it one day. You're going to be that guy, at the
I
helm, running the show,
hope
150
so. It's
people.
yeah. I'm
You're gonna
40,
call
but
us to come out and help and
I'm still. I feel I'm still young enough to get there. I'm only 40.
Oh yeah, you got a long road still, long road, and a lot of people that would help you. I'm sure you'd have people coming running to
Just
help
got
you.
to keep doing my thing, and hopefully, yeah, work my way up from a championship golf course that I'm on to an open venue. That would be my dream.
I think
Nice.
you're on a pretty darn good path.
Yep.
I think it's gonna happen. That's awesome. Oh man.
We had another one come in today,
There we
race in
go.
8 holes, not about the Open, but this is a cool one because we've talked about this a few times. Thoughts on headphones and listening to music or podcasts while working on the golf course? Is that something you guys do overseas?
Yeah, so at my golf course, yeah, I allow that. I know certain golf courses don't, but yeah, as part of as golf course manager with me, I allow my team to listen to their headphones
Hmm.
while they're cutting there, as long as they're paying attention to what's going on in their surroundings.
Yeah.
Uh, that's fine with me.
Yeah. Well, it's a big debate around here. Some people like it,
Yeah,
some people don't.
some people don't. don't like it, think it's distracting them. But yeah, as long as I feel my team have the ability to have their wits about them and know their surrounding and knows what's going on, whether it's golfers or anything wrong with the machine. As long as they're paying attention, that's fine with me.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be able to trust the guys, and like you
Yeah,
said, you
that's
only
right.
have five, so you probably have a pretty good relationship with all of them.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, it's with such a small team, you need to be a tight knit, communicate well with them, and make sure everything's working as it should. So
Hmm.
yeah, and you need to just get stuck in there and be part of that team. So yeah, you need to be able to do your office work and get out on that mode as well. I can't be in that office all the time. I don't have enough staff to be doing that. It's not a full
I'm
office based job.
same boat, man. Same boat. I'm down two guys now. So
Oh
I've been,
no.
oh, yeah, gnarly.
So we have to ask you about Russell Knox because not somebody we're really familiar with, but I did look him up after you sent me his name, and you should tell people about him. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Russell Knox is on the PGA Tour now. Uh, I actually grew up with playing golf with Russell at Nairn Dunbar. So this is Nairn Dunbar's his home club in Scotland. Sort of grew up playing golf with him, sort of from the age of 15 to 18 there before I went from a junior member to an adult member. He's a couple of years younger than me, so he had a couple more years of junior golf in Scotland before he was good enough to fly out to America and attend a college in America to work in his golf, where it really took him on big strides over there. And I think he got to into the top 20 in the world there in almost a Ryder Cup position. He
Ah,
should have been selected for one of those Ryder Cups. He
that's too
missed out
bad.
narrowly. So yeah, he's now a PGA Tour player in America, probably multi-millionaire, and I'm still here in there and working on that golf course that I grew up with him on. So yeah, that's a pretty cool story.
Yeah, it's cool to grow up with people like that that go on to become millionaires or professional athletes and do different things like that. It is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
well,
Is
I'm
he a
hoping
humble
that,
guy though? Like, does he still come back to Nairn Dunbar and play the course
yeah,
and see
absolutely. So
everybody?
he visits, I think, as much as he can. He lives in Jacksonville now, but yeah, whenever there's the Scottish Open, or if he's part of the Open Championship there, he would come home and
Good for him.
uh, come up the road to Nairn Dunbar and visit, and we would almost host a members sort of day where you would invite the juniors or members to meet and greet him,
Nice.
welcome him back to the club. He's an honorary member here now, so he's welcome. Yeah, welcome back at any point.
Nice. The only other thing we asked you about was to nominate somebody to come on the podcast, and you gave us two names. It actually sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, I chose a couple of guys that I know within the industry there, a couple of Scottish guys who I thought might be an interesting story to do a sort of double header podcast there, from Gavin Neal at London Links and Craig Berry at Leaving Links. So they're now working, in the same town. The golf courses are back to back there, and they both
Ooh,
came from
rivalry.
Yeah, you hear
yeah
that, fellas? He's calling you out.
they both came from St Andrews, so they both left a big
Oh,
Okay,
uh,
okay. So we can maybe ask them
one of
about that.
the biggest golf courses, the top golf course in the world at St Andrews, to become a course manager on a smaller golf course, but uh, yeah, increase their
That would be a
knowledge,
cool
skills,
one.
and craft on a smaller golf course before again moving up the ladder. Maybe
yeah.
St Andrews is in their sights in the future to be superintendent at St Andrews once they've gained that experience as a course manager on a
Yeah.
slightly smaller venue, a championship venue. Uh, yeah, gain that knowledge and experience, and then move back to bigger things again.
Nice. I
Yeah.
like it. I think it sounds like
Dang,
fun.
that'd be super fun.
So it's they worked together at St Andrews, and then they went almost separate ways to get that course manager position, that superintendent position. Uh, and they're back working back to back. So they'll be working closely together again, whether both on link sites within the same town. So they'll be working closely, sharing their knowledge, ordering parts, fertilizers, seed maybe together, working
Hmm.
a close working relationship still.
Smart.
Yeah, it's awesome. It'd be good to be
So
back to
yeah,
back with
I thought
someone that
that
you
might be a
know.
good one, and another couple of Scots on your podcast.
Oh,
Heck
definitely.
yeah. Got to get all the Scots.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to keep you all night, Richard. I know it's late there, isn't it? Didn't you say it was close to midnight?
Yeah. So yeah, quarter to midnight here. Uh,
Okay. Got to get to bed. You got to get back to the
I'll
course
be up.
tomorrow.
I'll be up early, 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, into the course.
Oh, geez. Well, we really appreciate you staying up to do this for us. And it's not easy sometimes as a superintendent or course manager like yourself. Why do we call him a course manager? I should just call him Master Greenkeeper, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you just mistitled him. How dare you?
I've been called a lot worse.
Oh, okay. Us too.
But no, I appreciate the
Fantastic.
invite. It's really good to talk to you guys and be part of the podcast. So it's I hope people enjoy the listen.
Oh, I bet they will.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, killer. Thanks, Richard. Get to bed. Get to work in the morning. You know.
Yeah. Thanks very much. I look forward to following your Instagram again. Some great posts are popping up there recently.
Yeah, I got you
Yeah.
on the podcast page now. We plugged it at the beginning, but go follow Richard. If you guys are listening and want to follow anyone that we've had on the show, they're the only ones other than sponsors that we follow on the podcast page. So it's kind of like our library of guests. Richard's now on there. Go find them. Go follow him. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've kept you for too long. So we appreciate all this. And um, yeah, we'll just keep in touch and keep her going.
Yeah, thank you. Speak to you soon.
All right. Perfect.
Cheers.
Have a good night.
Cheers. Bye bye.
And now a word from our sponsor, Aquatrolls. Now, more than ever, making the best use of water and other resources is essential, and Aquatrolls is leading the way. Their team of scientists and technical professionals are continually seeking more effective solutions to address the unique challenges facing the turf industry and individual turf managers. It's great because they offer a complete product line to fit every need and budget. Check these guys out at aquatrolls.com.
Oh, it's such a contrast from Mark.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen on this show. You're going to get everything, right? So, but a
Speaking of,
couple really cool tidbits from the open. I like that
oh,
stuff.
that was killer. Did they added sand to the bunkers to make them, or maybe they took it out? I don't know. They made it flat. Like
They
that's
changed the base of the bunkers. That's sick.
insane. It's so sick. So
What
Mark
were
goes to a, I don't know. It was a story. I don't remember what post it was. He goes, "Can I reply to your latest post? Dot dot dot. Quote. This is what happens when you don't go primo full rate people. Unquote. Let me know if I'm offside here." I'm like, dude, fire away.
yeah.
You don't need to ask permission to make a joke. Get at it. And then he never posted it. So now you're being called out, Mark. Fire away.
There you go. Fire away.
Your fucking gravel. He was showing off his Class A superintendent card today and be like, what do you even need that for? Just to be a dick. You know? Yeah. Is there anything new that we need to talk about?
Last podcast we talked about,
So long ago.
I know it was a while ago. You were mentioning that you had I missed this. Was it a tractor that kept shutting off when you go up a hill?
It's
Or
my sprayer
Pro
and my
Gator?
tractor. Nope.
Both of them. Okay.
No, the Pro Gator stays on. Actually, I got the tip from someone too about the oil.
Was it
No,
Grass Tech?
I don't remember. I don't think so. It might have been. So, what it was, so that it's clear to people before you give the answer, it's the pump motor. So I have a Pro Gator that's got a spray rig in the bed of it, and it's got its own little Honda motor that powers that pump, and that thing shuts off. The Pro Gator itself is totally good.
Mm-hmm.
That thing will shut off if I get it on like a pretty decent hill, and even sometimes a weak ass one, or if I turn too sharp, it fucking shuts off.
Interesting.
Yeah. So give him the tip because he sent it over to me too. So I got it and it's like, yeah. And I didn't try it and I had to spray today. So
So
I
this is
forgot to do
something
it.
different. He
Oh,
this is a mechanic, Grass Tech 19. He said the sprayer motor is probably shutting off on a slope like that because of the oil sensor in the motor.
I don't know if it's new enough to have an oil sensor.
Kind of what you were talking about though. Like it's the
It was, yeah, along the same lines. Someone was like, oh, check the oil, maybe put in some more, like maybe put in a little extra just so when it tips, it's still got its shit
you still
covered.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't do that because I forgot. And then, but yeah, that is a good tip. I'm definitely going to try it. And, we can talk about it after I finally do it.
Hmm.
Because the way
But
they
I did
design this thing too, the fucking where you put the oil in is tucked way in and really hard. You can't get to it. I need one of those like fancy metal curvy
long
fucking.
funnels.
Yeah, it's so stupid, dude. Stupid.
Yeah, but basically what came of this is we do have a resident mechanic now, Mark Schmidt, who's going to help us out. So if we have anything that comes in
Move to San
mechanic wise,
Diego, work for minimum wage at my course. It's cool, man.
no, we can admit that that's not one of our strong points. So if we have some serious mechanical questions, it's good that we have somebody we can lean on.
Awesome.
So
I
thank you,
like it.
Mark.
Mr. Fids, how does your course handle heavy rain days?
Our course drains pretty well, which is nice. If our members do want to go out, we just usually cancel the carts. And we had one of those mornings this morning. It was pouring rain all morning. There was one lady out there playing by herself, and then the rain went away, and I was actually cutting some trees down on 6T, and she pulls up the 6T, and I was like, "You got the
And she
whole
got you a
course to yours?"
muffin.
Oh, there was no muffins today, sir. But no, I just said you got the whole course to yourself, and she's like, "And it's not raining," and she's just soaking wet. Like, the fuck are you doing out here?
She's grinding,
Oh,
Adam.
she
She's
was hitting
grinding.
3 balls, 3 different colors. I'm like, this lady's ready.
Yeah. She's getting ready for the member. My course floods with half an inch of rain.
Oh,
So luckily it's no playing surfaces. There it's like I think we've talked about it before, but especially when we started the show and it was raining here. I'm in San Diego. It doesn't rain often. And if it rains a significant rain for us is 3 inches of rainfall in like a I don't know, a 24-hour period. So it's compared to, I don't know, majority of the world, it's not a lot. But my course will flood, on a half inch, but
mm.
it's all, I don't want to say it's purposely designed. It just kind of happens to be in like a little canyon and none of the playing surfaces are at the bottom where anything collects. So I don't really experience any damage. We just can't have carts out. And sometimes we had to close the back nine.
Sounds like a good thing if the carts can't go out.
People have gotten better. People have gotten better. I did bust one guy. I'm like, hey, dude, it's car path only. He goes, oh, sorry. He turns around, runs right over the stake in the rope.
Nice.
And I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? And actually, I did get a really satisfying one today. So it's on the carts. Like there's that little thing where it's like, oh, if you're hungry at the turn, call and blah, 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 blah. On the top of that little tag on the windshield of the cart, it says cart path only in giant, bold red letters. It's
Yeah,
fucking huge.
can't miss it.
So
Well,
this guy today, a disc golfer,
he did what?
he's a disc
Oh,
golfer
I thought you
and
said a
he's in a
dick
cart.
golfer. I was
Yeah, well,
like,
yeah, that too.
okay.
Um, yeah, he zips off and I'm sitting there and his buddy's like, oh, you need me to move? And like, get out of your way. I'm like, no, I'm here for that guy. And they all start laughing because they knew the fucking rule. Because their buddies were like, oh yeah, well we just picked these guys up on the side of the street and like they're having fun. They weren't doing anything like destructive. They were just not following the fucking rule. So I was like, hey man, it's cart path only course. You can keep it on the path. That'd be great. He goes, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. So, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, oh, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Like what I do when people are nice to me back, I'm like, oh, my bad. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, it's cool. Don't worry about it. He goes, oh, well, I thought it was summer rules. Like we didn't see a sign anywhere. And in my head, I snapped. I'm like, dude, it's right in front of you. There's a sign right in front of you. And you could see him just turn white and just like he's a fucking jackass. And I'm just like, it was so good. It was so good.
Little victories on the course.
Dude, it's literally a giant sheet, like a laminated sheet on the counter where you pay. It says cart path only. You go outside the door, you get your cart, you drive to where you have to turn right. And at that sign where it says hole one that way, it says cart path only. You go down, there's a giant tree where I put a giant sign that says cart path only. You cannot miss these signs. So you see it at least 3 times before you get to the first tee, not counting the one that's on your cart, not counting the guy who hands you the cart key and goes, hey, it's cart path only. You're fucking told a lot of times. There's
Yeah.
very little excuse other than you're a lazy piece of shit who hit a bad shot and don't want to walk to your pathetic ball, which is typically a Callaway.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What? I know you're making fun of me, but what? What grinds your gears?
Let's see. Today, I don't know. Feel like it's always something on the course, but we do a good job as, you know, golf course workers, superintendents, greenkeepers, whatever you want to label yourself as out there. I think we do a good job of trying to let some of that stuff go because it could turn into a war out there, could it not? Pretty quickly. So I think that's one of those things we've talked about a lot is, learning that patience. And I don't know. I always find it's better to kind of try and hold your tongue if you can. If people are going
Yeah,
to be disrespectful or they're going to make it not safe out there, then fuck, you got to stand up for yourself.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
But we do a good job of being patient. You got to really try and bite the bullet if you can.
It's really hard when you've worked as much as I have the last 3 weeks.
You probably got a pretty short fuse at this point.
I also don't really care that much anymore. Like I'm just going in and doing what I need to do. And if I see people kind of fucking off, I'm like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't need to go over there today.
Like I watched one like these 2 old ladies today. I watched them drive out to their ball. They saw me. I could see them kind of like pop,
Yeah.
like they were caught, and they hit their ball and they drove back and they stayed on the cart path. Like, oh hey, good morning. I'm like, I'm not gonna say shit to them. They're fine. They fucking know.
They know.
Like they
Yeah.
saw it. And they're whatever. Because like if you're handicapped or you need it and you're senior and it hurts to whatever, you can get the handicap flag and do the 90-degree rule.
There you go. Yeah.
But
that old blue flag.
fucking do the 90-degree rule. It's not free reign to drive wherever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's all my fucks are gone. I can't give any more away.
Can I make you smile though a little bit? Or can I try? I keep
Sure.
getting pictures and videos of a gnome that somebody we know finally has.
Paxton put it up and Colin posted it and I saw it. And then I saw a video of Voice Talk Dave going, oh man, it looks pretty good in my yard. No, it doesn't, Dave. It looks better in California.
That's exciting. It sounds like there is movement.
Hey.
Gnome went from Georgia to where's Dave?
New York.
Coast. New York.
Isn't he in New York? Yeah, I think he's in Syracuse.
This is how he's gonna hate us. But you're right.
Fine, that'll be great. I can't wait for that voice text. You motherfuckers can't remember where. No, I'm kidding.
I don't answer your goddamn messages.
Bocce ball.
For families that go on vacation in the summer.
My favorite part of that was who the fuck rolls a ball on grass?
Yeah.
Every golfer, Dave. Love you, buddy.
Oh, I love that guy. We booked him. He's coming on in September.
Oh, shit. Wait, what episode number is it? 50?
50? I don't know. September? No.
I don't know what number we're on.
Okay.
I don't know what day of the fucking week it is.
I think he's up in like 6 or 7 episodes or something like that. So it's good.
I gotta get my shots then. Don't want to get a VTD.
Adam.
That's gonna be such a shit show of an episode. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Maybe it's him and Colin, or maybe it's him and Paxton. I don't know. Although if Dave's coming on, we're not even gonna be able to get a word in either way. So
oh, we will. It's gonna be like a dysfunctional family's Thanksgiving. A family that loves each other, but it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be fast, and there's gonna be a lot of inappropriate comments. Probably
be a double explicit episode.
Turf Today After Dark. Speaking of Dave, Do you round up tree bases or weed whip them?
Mm, I don't usually go towards the trees with the roundup. We usually just have the boys out there with the whippers. We'll do like interlock
You
on the
guys
cart
call them
paths and
weed
stuff.
whippers?
Just whippers. Yeah. Grab a whipper,
Weird.
grab a string
Weed
trimmer,
eaters.
weed
String
eaters.
trimmer, yeah, that's one too. It's a weed eater.
Yeah. Whipper, easy word. 2 syllables.
Thanks,
I don't know.
Professor.
Well, hey, we're in a different country. We got nicknames for everything.
You guys are in a different fucking planet
It's
sometimes.
wild.
Whippers, huh? Okay, yeah. No, we weed eat them. I would love to spray them, but I wouldn't use Roundup. I would use like a broadleaf herbicide.
Herbicide,
You
yeah.
know, yeah, something that. I mean, a lot of these trees are it's not going to do a lot anyway. You can just do it at a low rate. But weeding them so easy, you get them so clean.
Mhm.
You know, uh, yeah. There you go, Dave.
There it
Turf
is.
guy 0.52. What is the 5'2"? Is he 52? Was he born in 52? Does he have 52 favorite golf horses? Is
Mm.
like 52 his lucky number?
We'll have to ask him. There's definitely something behind it. I don't know.
Is his address 52?
Have we talked about the 4 flags yet?
The four flags.
So
The fact that I don't know what you're referring to, I'm going to say no.
we got all 4 flags from the 4 majors this year.
Who's we? Because I didn't get shit.
Sorry. One of the things I wanted to try and do for this podcast was get all 4 flags from 2023 from the 4 majors, the year that the podcast started. So it started off the beginning of the year when I went to Augusta. I was able to get the Masters flag. My golf pro at my course, Mathieu Perron, was able to go down to Oak Hill and get that flag. Bobby Cook, our guest from a few episodes again, my buddy from here, worked at LACC. My cousin Jake and Uncle Johnny just went overseas to the Royal Liverpool to be at the Open Championship, and they brought home the 4th flag. So we got all 4. Jake's getting married this year. We have his bachelor party this weekend. We're gonna take a picture with all the boys and 4 flags. Oh yeah, dude, we got him a custom Scotty Cameron putter from the boys. It's good. Like it's gonna be so sick, and we're gonna give it to him. I'm gonna put the Smirnoff Ice in the Scotty Cameron box and give him the box. He's gonna open it up thinking it's a putter.
He's going to
Then he's
get
gonna have to
iced.
chug the Smirnoff Ice. We'll give him the putter,
Yes.
and then we tee off. It's gonna
So
be.
glad that you guys ice people too.
Oh, buddy, it's a bachelor party. It's a bachelor weekend. There's
Yeah,
gonna be ice
bro. Okay,
everywhere.
so one of my best friends, Ryan, as one of his, he was one of my grooms and I was one of his. I picked that he had his bachelor party down here in San Diego. Except we went down to like San Diego. It wasn't my house. When San Diego proper got a beach house, fucking, gas lamp in San Diego's popping. So I picked all these jabronis up from the airport, knowing that they're gonna want to get in quick because we're at the airport. I put a couple of Smirnoff ices in the back, so when they popped open the doors, pow pow, there's two. I put two in the
So
side doors, and then I put one in the glove box for the main guy. So all four guys get smashed. Bam bam. I'm not drunk yet, but they get
yeah.
hit. Pow 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 pow. Got them all. Driving down 20 minutes later, something like that. If that, I'm like, yo, Ryan, grab me my glasses out of the glove box, please. Oh yeah, he doesn't even think. Fucking pops open the glove box. Bow, got him.
Got him.
It was sick. It was a good five. It was a four for five for. It was solid.
That's cool. The
It was a
ices
good
can
one.
get out of hand. It's the subtle ones where you're just not expecting it, and then all of a sudden you go
Oh,
somewhere and
I
open
was so
something.
happy I like waited for the glove box because like it went away and
That's a good one.
yeah, it
So
was.
I got actually a really good ice story. Um, I had a diaper party. I don't know if you guys do that down in the States. Um, it's got the fingers over the nose. So I
Could
did
be
it as
so
a
many. Like I know it's probably like a baby shower kind of thing or
yeah, it's like
something.
a baby shower for the guys. So I did it for like a
So
birthday
we called
party.
that here, or at least we've called it in the past for my buddy. We called it the baby beer bash.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
do the guys actually wear the diapers for those ones? Because we
No,
didn't.
we had
Okay.
nothing to do with diapers, dude. He made a machete in his shop and we were cutting, shooking up beer cans in half, getting hammered in his yard. We
There you
didn't do
go.
anything remotely close to other than cool, dude, you're having a baby.
Yeah, get it.
Wait,
So
so you guys wear diapers?
no, well, I mean, if
Oh,
you get drunk enough, but the idea is that
Lord.
all your buddies show up to the party and they each bring a box of diapers, all different
Yeah.
sizes. So we had a wall in our basement full just diapers.
How many times was it built and jumped through?
I rearranged it a few times. So
Yeah.
we've, first year and a half, we go through all the boxes, have to buy some to kind of fill in the sizes and stuff. Um, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning one day, and one night, my son's screaming. I go in, trying to find a diaper, can't find a diaper, rip open a box,
You got iced.
and there's an ice right at the top of the box of diapers. This thing
Legendary.
was sealed, bro. So I had two options.
Lie about it and be a bitch, or fucking chug that shit while he cried.
Pop that thing right there. Hammered it, took the knee, hammered it, changed the diaper, went back to bed. I think I took a video and sent it to him too, or at least
That
texted him. But I texted him and he was
how
like,
long
bro,
ago was it?
I don't know. I mean, my
Couple
son's
weeks?
2.5 now, so like it
No.
how
Like
long
how long
after the
ago? How
party?
long? Yeah.
A year and a half.
Oh
Dude, this was a deep play.
shit.
So when I texted him, he is like, bro, I have been sweating. Because he's like, I hoped your wife didn't get that. I'm like, bro, I've brought a few boxes back to the store and like exchange sizes and stuff. Like, the only reason I actually kept his is because he wrote all over it. He wrote on the box, like, to Adam, I love you, or blah, 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 or whatever.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
was the
why
play.
I kept that box. It didn't break. Oh, he was
That
so happy.
that's got to be up there with one of the greatest ices of all time.
It's a long play, a
That's fan.
slow play.
That's fan fucking tastic.
Just every day going to bed. Is he gonna wake up tomorrow and drink that thing? Is his wife gonna drink that thing?
How
is this
badass would that be if she opened it and just looked at you and goes, Adam, what the hell? And you come in, she's just like,
yeah.
oh, and pounds it.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome. That's a fantastic story. It cheered me up.
Yeah. That was from Brent. It was a great play. So
I get it.
what about the double sprayer? That one was wild, no?
I don't know. Dude, I haven't had time. What double sprayer? So
Uh
there's one sprayer. Is it? Wait for it. Okay, I think. Okay, we have foam. Oh, cool. That's dope. Fuck yeah,
yeah.
dude. If I had the ability to do two sprayers with the foam app, fuck yeah.
Can you go
That's
to the comments and find the Blue Angels comment, please?
D Thomas Huddleston did this today. Felt like the Blue Angels when we put our booms down at the same time. Hell yeah, that's fucking sweet. Let's see. Second guy's kids will have 6 toes on each foot. Might as well pick up. Dude, you don't know what they're spraying. I mean, I totally get what he's intending, but if it's just like
You'd
a
want to
little
be the
bit of
first guy
N,
though, right? You wouldn't want to be the second guy, like just wheeling in that
if
guy's
there's
drift.
no, well, there's products out there that make whatever you're spraying significantly heavier and sticky to where
Okay.
it minimizes the mist,
Right.
like to
Stickers, right?
virtually none.
Yeah.
So if you're 40 yards back, which is kind of what it looks like, he looks like he's pretty
Yeah,
far back. I
he
don't
might
think
be,
you're
yeah.
getting any of that.
No, and if you're dressed properly and you got your
Yeah, he could have all of
respirator
his
on.
PP on. And it could just be like a wetting agent or something minimal, or they could be testing the sprayers. It could just be what I don't know. I get the concern. It makes sense. It
Mhm.
was like, and then Tyler Walker, can someone explain this to me? Is it pesticides? Probably not. Yeah, and herbicides depends on the course. It's probably not herbicides either. They could be putting down like a barricade or something. But yeah, fungicide, fertilizer, growth regulator. Yeah, there you go.
All
Yeah,
over the place.
yeah. Nozzle on top of the foam boys. Yep. Yeah, no, it's overlap. That's a good one. If if it's double barrel, we go minigun 5 wide.
Could you imagine 5 wide sprayers? Who has 5 sprayers?
Thank you. That was my first thought is who the fuck has 5 sprayers?
That's wild.
Not alone 5 sprayers, but 5 operating sprayers.
Right.
Who
Even if
fucking
you
had
have 36 holes, that's 2.5 sprayers
reading my
per
fucking
course.
mind. That's yeah. I mean, that'd be super sick because
Hey.
you can see. Dope.
How do you even find five
wait.
guys that are going to operate the sprayers too?
Who's got fairways? Because in this scenario, they're spraying fairways. So I'm just going off that. Who's got fucking fairways that are 5 sprayers wide? Those
Yeah.
are fucking big old fairways.
Yeah. Well, we got some that are 5 or 6 passes wide, probably.
Jesus.
But yeah, to just do one like swath down the fairway though with the whole crew.
Whoosh. You know how much fucking product you got to put? Like Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, then
moving on.
what would mixing time be like? You'd all go back to the shop to mix, and like there's five guys and two hoses. Like, I don't know. They must have a hell of a setup over there. We need to get into this more with this gentleman.
It's cool. I dig it. That's dope. I wish I could go. I mean, I don't. If I had the course, I wish I could go double back. What was the other video that you wanted to
The one we
point out?
posted today.
Oh, how often do y'all mow the sand?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get
So
into the comments where he says Toph Tony Toph. I always want to call him Turf Tony, not Tony Turf. He goes, "Oh, it's the first," and obviously it's sarcasm. And Andy boos three goes, "No, no, it's not." And then Tony replies with a hand on the face and a laughing because it's clearly fucking sarcasm. Colin just smoothing out the footprints. Freestone, Steamer, every time a new guy is hired. And then someone responded with, quote, landscaping experience.
crazy because he's on a sidewinder, right? And he just basically goes into the bunker, through the bunker, and then up on the lip on the other side.
Yeah.
No
So
regard
you
for
have
what
one
you're
guy,
fucking doing.
Tim Monahan. I don't know. It goes, mechanic is pissed. Okay, we're going to get into my comment there. Dude obviously just fell in one end and drove out the low end of the bunker. Nothing's hurt. Everything's completely fine. You go in and spend 5 minutes raking it, you're good. What
Hmm.
would the mechanic be pissed about? He drove on sand? No, it's not a real mower. It's a deck mower. It's not going to fuck anything up.
Yeah,
Like,
he
yeah,
wasn't cutting. He didn't have the units engaged while he was going through the bunker.
I don't know. I didn't watch it that closely.
I think that's why, like, he went
No,
in and he was
no,
cutting and he
he
never
would
turned his blades off.
he, he would have scalped the living fuck out of that edge if he didn't.
True.
Oh, it looks like there could be a could looks like sand coming up. But there's no, I mean, it's early in the morning. You can see the dew, so there's not going to be dust from the sand. I mean, he could.
He's decks down the whole way for sure.
Yeah, he was decked down the whole way, which is kind of odd. It could be panic though. So I had a dude almost dunk the shortcut mower, so for the surrounds and everything, he almost dunked it in the lake. It
Oof.
was early in the morning, and he got to a spot where we would normally drive one tire on the green. That's that close. We'd drive a tire on the green with the reels down still because you're
Hmm.
not going to hurt the green,
Yeah.
and then go across. And he decided to be a hero and try and get a bigger pass, and it was wet, and he kind of got stuck, and then he was just spinning the tire and just slowly sliding down towards the lake. And luckily, I was there, and I was yelling at him, "Stop!" Like get off. And I literally had to, like, he was so panicked and freaked the fuck out that he was literally inches away from dunking this whole thing in the mower right in front of the clubhouse. I had
Jesus.
to literally grab his foot and take it off the accelerator and pull down and lock the fucking e-brake because he was so fucking panicked and
Yeah.
lost in his mind that it almost did that. And then like I had to like guide him off of it or like through the console on the side because it was too close to the water to go out on the regular side. And he was
Wow.
like, he was shook.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you
And I
start
had to,
sliding like that too, eh?
oh, it's scary. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can't tell me that anyone who's been in that position isn't shook either. It's
Hmm.
like he was rightfully shook, but he was like, he was also doing the wrong shit. If you get in that scenario, fucking get off of everything. Like, don't jump off the mower yet if you don't have to. And like, pause, get that machine to stop.
Hmm.
If you need to get pulled out, fine. It's fine. I went and grabbed the tractor. I pulled it, and it was so close to the water. When I pulled it, it dunked the front wheel and the front
Ooh. Yeah.
reel and wheel into the water. And luckily, I was sitting there. I sat there for like, I don't know, it felt like 3 or 4 minutes, just staring at it, like going through scenarios in my head.
Hmm.
Like, where do I pull this without putting it in the water? Like the one solution's like, oh, well, I have to put the tractor on the green. I'm not fucking
Yeah.
doing that.
Can't do that.
Like, so I was just like, all right, I gotta fucking pin it.
Hmm.
It's if the reel goes in, so what? Who cares? And luckily, it was like it was the pond was cut out just so that like he wasn't far from like a little inlet and like some contact where like it would hit and pop like right back up. So it wasn't like dragging into the water and then finding a way out. Like it was just right. And so I kind of gunned it essentially. Like I got it to where the rope was tight and I fucking just went. It
Hmm.
was like if I would have stopped, it would have just
Yeah.
went right in. We got it out and there wasn't any problem. But it was just like that fucking panic mode. So that dude in that bunker there, he could have I don't know why his decks are down. He could have been panicked.
Maybe.
Something, but
But his buddy's taking a video of him right beside.
Yeah. So I mean, he had to have either seen him or he was sitting in the bunker. It could have been it could have actually, you know what? That could have been a pissed off mechanic taking it out of the bunker. Someone got it stuck on the lip or something, and he had to come out and try and pull him out. I was like, no, just fucking do this. Drove
Just
straight in,
drove it
straight
right out.
down, which is what
Yeah.
you should do. If you're in a scenario where you have the ability to drive out of a bunker like that and you get caught on the lip and you can safely drive down into the bunker and out, just fucking do it.
Hmm.
It's way easier than getting something out there to pull it out, yank it out, destroy the lip,
Yeah.
whatever. Oh no, you just have to go and rake that bunker a little bit now. And you got the machine and yourself out safe.
Hmm.
Boom.
You're
So maybe
laughing,
that's what it was because the dude kind of looked a little angry coming off and out of that.
potentially. And to be set up for a video too, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, it could be sitting on the edge, and then boy, buddy calls
Hmm.
fucking, hey, and he goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And zips out there, and so the other guy's like,
Yeah.
putting his phone out, like, I get to make fun of you, you know. That's what it could have been. Yeah, dude, tuck it in the waistband. It hides it and it feels awesome. Super bad quote. Boom.
I did, and it feels awesome.
I
Oh,
almost
that's
blew a
such a
load into my
fucking
belly
movie.
button last week.
Man,
Super bad.
you could
Check
watch
it.
that movie and like quote like the first probably hour and 15 minutes
Nope.
every
I can
single line.
quote the entire fucking
Well, the
movie.
end of it gets a little off keel, but
Nope.
yeah, it's
It's
that's such a
amazing. I
fucking good
love
movie.
that movie.
Yeah,
We
you
got
have to
two
watch
more
that.
though. James George Cortez. What's your pre-morning work routine?
Get up.
Pre-work morning routine. Sorry. What's your pre-work morning routine?
I have a half an hour drive to the golf course, so I usually get up and have a shower, make a coffee, grab a little snack for the road, and then I'm out. Half an hour drive. Usually listen to a podcast. Get to work, make breakfast at work, um, chat with the superintendent about what we're doing, set the job board, and away we go.
We have such a different morning.
Yeah.
I have my alarm go off. I hit snooze. I grab it and put it under my pillow with my hand on it to where my thumb is on the hold button to click it off. And it goes off again. I sit up. I look at it and go, I can get 5 more minutes and go down. And then I get up. I get dressed. I brush my teeth. I kiss my wife goodbye and she's dead ass asleep. And then I drive 15 minutes to the course and I'm on. That's all I do. I don't, you have time to shower? What the fuck?
Well, I
Like,
get up early enough because I used to try and do that drive, that half an hour drive straight out of bed, and I'd be falling asleep because it's so
yeah,
dark and like the highway and stuff. I'd be falling asleep on the highway.
it
So like
really, yeah, mine
wanted to
really
get up
depends
and
on what time I wake up. Because sometimes I'll wake up at the alarm and it's like, all right, I'm still just getting dressed and going, but then I can
mhm.
stop at the gas station and get a coffee or like a breakfast sandwich if I want one. Because
Yeah.
there's like that's the only thing there going in that direction.
Nothing's open that earlier unless you get a McDonald's that's 24
No,
hours or something. And
no, they got it's a Circle K and an AM PM on my way there.
right, there you go.
AM PM's coffee is awesome. Their food sucks. Circle K's coffee's dog shit, and their food's pretty good.
So you kind of got to hit both then.
That's only if no, because if I go get food, I'll get an energy drink instead of like now. It's been so hot here, like I don't want hot coffee.
No, yeah. You got to get one of
I
those
still do
frappuccinos.
it just because I need to wake the fuck up.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's so many times where I literally just get dressed and leave. That's
Yeah,
it.
got to
Just
do it.
go poof. Yeah.
I started brushing my teeth in the shower years ago, and I love it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
Twice,
I shower at night. I don't have time to shower in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just find it gets you going, and somebody who I like, I have
Oh, I
long,
would love
usually
to
have
be
long
able
hair.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I would
you know what it's
love to
like
be able
when
to.
you grow the flow out. You got the long hair, and you wake up in the morning, and it's either stuck to you or it's fucking everywhere. The only
Oh
way
no,
to,
my
you got
hair
to
is
throw it
so
in the shower.
my hair is so thin, like literally like thin, not like thinning bald. Just I have really thin hair, and so I wake up flawless all the time. So
I woke up like this.
yeah, I do every time.
That's awesome.
I
That might
might
be
go
it.
pass out face
Yeah.
first. Oh, we got one more. It's from Devo Tides, Devo, whatever, Devon. Um, how far have you gotten that Sidewinder past 35 degrees? Because
What?
they have the little gauge on it.
He's probably talking to you because you were on the Sidewinder.
Yeah.
I've driven the Sidewinder in and out of the shop. I've actually never used it like to cut on the course. So
It's a bummer because they're super fun.
yep.
I don't know, Deb, because the fucking gauge doesn't work. The ball is gone.
Oh no. So you don't even know what angle you're on.
I can say I've never been uncomfortable, but I've also had it to where I'm holding on to that fucking armrest and kind
Yeah,
of,
because your
you
weight,
know.
like you leaning does have to play a part of it, right?
No, I am only doing that so that I mean, I guess it could, or at least it feels like it'll help it not slide as easy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like to think of myself as not so much of a fat ass that I'm fucking,
I
you
didn't mean
know.
your weight. I meant anybody's
Uh-huh. Yeah, whatever.
weight.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I
Oh,
couldn't give you an answer. The fucking gauge is broken, just like every goddamn thing else at my course.
I'd like to know what Devin did though, because that man's he pushes shit to the limit on the golf course. So I'd like to see how far he took it. He probably didn't even have a gauge anymore. Things just
He kicked it. He's all, fuck this
yeah,
gauge.
fucking decks are behind the mower. I would say until next time, keep those fucking real sharp, buddy.
Still waiting for the gnome. We're almost at 1,000. I think last I looked, we were 10 away for the
Wow, that's
podcast
exciting.
page. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is exciting. And everybody following, get ready because this week the True Turf Today podcast giveaway is coming out, and there's some swag and there's some cash.
Oh, there it is. Best fucking like greenskeeping video or whatever ever was the Dave Chappelle pop copy when it was greenskeepers when they choose to tight pin placements. Like, why?
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
Yeah, I
Yes.
thought that was fucking hilarious, especially
You
because
know that episode of
Oh, yeah.
Chappelle the pop copy? Welcome to Pop Copy. He answers the phone. Hell yeah, I suck toes. Can I help you?